Okay, hi, before I start the video, I just want to say that I have just lost a nail. So acknowledge that the nail has not come off mid-baking. And I'm sad about it, but I don't know where the heck it's gone. This shit just came off. In all of my past bake with me, it's not that I've done many, I've made cookies. So in today's video, I'm actually not gonna make cookies. I'm gonna make a cheesecake, and I thought we could just do like a cheesecake making and like catch up. I need to not do that. I've got a new camera. I have said that in a previous video, but I've got a new camera in, so the lens is on the side rather than above it. So in my old camera, I used to be able to look at myself and get away with it because I was like, it looked like I was looking at the camera I got. But now, I'm over to the side, so if I'm looking at myself, which I am now, you can tell. Annoying, that's the first life update. I'll leave the recipe in the description box below. It is my friend Sophie's recipe, and I've had it before. I've never actually made it before. I've never actually made a vegan cheesecake, so this is a huge day. There's a siren going off. But we moved. I've already, I didn't boil them. I just put them in boiling water. Okay, so floor number 1. So we gotta make the base, which is gonna be with ginger nuts, and she used pecans, but I didn't want to firstly buy pecans because they're quite expensive, and to find pecans, so I'm just gonna use ginger nuts for the base. So it's 250 grams of frickin' hell. It's 200 grams of It's 250 grams of ginger nuts and 50 grams of pecans, so I'm just gonna use 300 grams.
Oh no.
I'm gonna have to run downstairs to see if I can go find some more biscuits. Now I'm very much out of breath. Anyway, sorry, that was a bit aggressively loud, eh? Oh my goodness. Okay, 100 grams of ginger nuts. So basically, a lot of things are changing. I've said this before, but I'm moving, and I'm moving in 2 weeks. Yes, I'm moving in 2 weeks. So on the 20th is the day that we officially get the keys and move into my new place. I'm moving in... Wait, let me just do this. There's like some big ass chunks in there. We've got to melt the butter. I'm making it on the stove because our microwave is like in the worst position ever. It's like you have to like take it out and like, oh, it's just a bad time all around. Anyway, I'm really excited to move. I'm moving in with 2 of my best friends from school who you will definitely meet upon the moving video. But yeah, that's happening in 2 weeks now, which has just come along so fast. I can't believe I've been here for 6 months. A lot of you were asking, a lot of you, like 2 people asked, if like there's a reason that we're moving out, but this place here, we only ever had for 6 months anyway, so we were always going to move out basically at the end of 6 months, and that has already come. I cannot believe it. It's actually kind of wild because I think ever since I started my channel, so I started this back in like 2018, end of 2018. I'm still in London, by the way. I'm literally just moving like down the road effectively. We're going to be there for at least a year, which is the longest place that you will ever have seen me at a place. Obviously I was been in and out of home since uni. Okay, calm down. But no, this is going to be like, we're there for at least a year, and it's not going to be a case of like going home for Christmas. Well, I will go home for Christmas, but it's not going to be like going home for summers and like full amounts of time. So anyway, this is really exciting. This is like my first my first proper home. So that is really exciting, which obviously you will see in like 2 weeks when I start doing like moving videos and stuff. Let me know what kind of moving videos you want to do. I'm really excited about it. I literally am upset. I'm already like looking up like decor and stuff. Do I need this again? Looking a bit gross, to be honest. So my butter is melting. Other thing I wanted to talk about. I feel like this is going to be such a self-absorbed video, by the way. This is really like me. The other thing I wanted to update you on, which if you follow my Instagram, which if you don't, you should, because I'm literally talk way more over there. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I started my therapy. Now, if you've been around since like August time, you'll know that August, September time, I was really struggling with my mental health, and everything was a bit like not good. It wasn't a good time for me. I finally had my first session 2 weeks ago now, so I'm on therapy session number 2, and it's going well. It's really intense. Previously I've done like CBT and stuff, and now going down more like a counselling route, just due to like sort of the things I'm struggling with. But I also appreciate that obviously like it's such a massive privilege to be able to receive the help in the first place, which I'm not gonna lie, when I first had my first session, because obviously if you sort of followed me since then, you'll see that my mental health hasn't like got a lot better since August, September time, when I was like really struggling. That when I had my first session, I felt those like invalid feelings that obviously I'm here saying like, you're not invalid, blah blah blah. And it's very easy to say that to other people, but I still felt it, you know what I mean? Like my first session, I was like, I felt really like my struggles weren't valid for the therapy, but like I think that's just one of those things you kind of gotta get through. And I was like, right, Helen, just like you are, like just kept telling myself like I am, and like even if I do feel better in some ways, I saw so many other aspects of my mental health that I need to work on, and I feel like if I didn't work on it now, then like I don't know if I could go down again. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like mental health is like this, but like, and I'm just because I'm sort of like coming up doesn't mean that I'm never gonna have that dip again. This is now me just rationalizing myself to you. Anyway, this butter is done. I'm gonna put it in this but it's not one of the pop out ones, which means that it might end up staying in this. Right, I'm gonna add a little bit more butter. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Right, I'm gonna flatten it down and I will report back. Okay, so I've done the best I can. As you can see, some parts of it are way more like biscuity, if you will, than the others, but you've got to put it in the freezer now, so in she goes. Honestly, all that hassle. For the inside, we want cashews, blend with cream cheese, sugar, soy milk, basically everything else. So I'm using this very, very bougie cream cheese. Nush one, which I've never actually had before, but I rang Sophie and I was like, is this okay? And she was like, yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Ooh, cashews in. Oh, wow. So if I know Sophie the way I know Sophie, she's no way she's actually weighed out all of these, so I'm gonna wash my lemon because I'm a bit concerned about people touching their lemons in the supermarket, you know. Let's bring this slightly closer. How long have I had that on my face for? Whilst I zest. Obviously at the moment I've only been uploading once a week. I know in like last year I was getting really good. I was uploading twice a week for quite a long time. So obviously because we're still in a pandemic, motivation for me, as it is for so many people, is at like such an all-time low. Things that I used to really enjoy, like, not that I don't still enjoy them, like I love this, we're having a good time here, but like editing and stuff, absolutely, like, it's one of my favourite parts. But I think because of like the pandemic and like being stuck inside and stuff, it's like becoming less and less so, which is why I've only been uploading once a week, because I'm finding less enjoyment out of it than I used to, and I don't want that to be the case, because I'm so grateful for like being able to do this and like work like this as well. Obviously I have a part-time job, but like this is still my main source of income and like being able to live. So I don't want to fall out in love with it, do you know what I mean? But at the moment I'm finding so much more love on like Instagram and TikTok because there's a lot less pressure there, whereas I feel like here, like I want to make good content basically that like has a purpose. Here I am making a baking video and I'm like, it has to have a purpose. It doesn't have to have a purpose, but I just feel like I want to make better content. It's not that like my content's bad, you know what I mean, but like I feel like it's not where I want it to be. And I think once I move as well, oh my gosh, I'm gonna buy a computer because my laptop is just not serving me very well anymore. So I'm gonna buy a new computer, which I'm so excited about. Obviously that is all thanks to you, which is so weird to say. I just sort of acknowledge that I'm talking to people rather than my camera. That was a weird moment. But I'm gonna buy a computer and like update my editing software and just like have more fun with it, because I think otherwise I'm like get to a place where it's just kind of like I'm just doing it because I have to, but I want to really enjoy what I'm doing. And as of next week I'm going to start doing more weekly based videos, which I'm really more excited about. If you have any ideas for those types of things that you want me to do, I mean I've got like a long list of things that I want to do, and I think they'll just be way more fun, a bit more like creative, a bit more like you know. But that being said, I do really enjoy videos like this, like where we just get to sit down and chat, and like it doesn't have to be like this spectacular masterpiece of editing. The other thing at the moment, which I'm going to tell you just after I blend, we're back. I'm pretty sure we're done, because this is what this looks like. Are you kidding me? That actually looks absolutely spectacular, and I'm not even kidding. Right, so she does something really clever here. She wants me to put the blueberries on before I put this on. Okay, well, just gonna wash my blueberries because I didn't do that on a video before and everyone shouted at me for it, so I'm not gonna do that. Spread them out like this. I'm worried about the size. I'm worried about it not fitting in this. I mean, you can't really see it in its full glory. I feel like it will be way better once I take it out and you can like, hello, focus. I feel like it will be way better once I take it out and I'll be able to like slice it and stuff, but I think we've got to go in the freezer now. When I was talking about like YouTube and like that I'm only doing weekly videos at the moment because I've sort of run out of motivation, but I think that's just the same with everyone. I think everyone's feeling that like pandemic low. But the other reason that I've like become a little less in love with everything at the moment, I think is partly because, okay, this is gonna sound, I don't know how to make this sound like not like I'm being self-absorbed, but basically YouTube to me has become a slightly more like a toxic platform, not for the content on it obviously, but like, and I still, as I said, still love making the content, but like the lack of motivation is also there. But when you combine that with like the sort of toxic aspect through the comments, they're getting increasing. Not that they're really bad at all, I need to get a grip a little bit because they're not that bad, and a lot of the time I can see that they're not that bad, and I'm actually very good at dissociating that from like caring about what people think. Like I'm getting good at that, but also when they become a little bit too much, when there's a little bit too much of them, sometimes I can still revert back to being like, oh my god, everyone hates me, this is the worst thing ever. Then I think it's just like a combination of things. I think normally I would be able to deal with these types of things fine. I think it's like part and parcel of it. Like I do acknowledge that, and this is not me saying that like, oh, I shouldn't get these comments, like I shouldn't really, because no one should, but anyway, that's a whole other kettle of fish. But like, it's sort of part and parcel of it, and you kind of got to accept that, and I get that, and I'm getting better at it, but there's still like days when I'm having a bad day, and I've got rid of the app off my phone because I don't like the notifications coming through, which is a shame because I like talking to you in the comments and like having a good time and stuff, and I feel like I sound really annoying right now. But like there's certain aspects of it that I find that like I'm a bit scared almost to go on my comments sometimes, which is why also I feel like I'm becoming way more inclined to going on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, because that just seems more safe. I don't know, I say safe like this, but like, I don't know, I just feel like the comments in those areas tend to be nicer. At the same time, like most of my, I'm literally like 99% of my comments are lovely, but it's just if I'm having a bad day that I'll be like, okay, let's avoid that. And then obviously if I'm having a bad day and I'm trying to think of like creative ideas and like my motivation is low, then it's all just one big issue. But that doesn't mean I'm not wanting to enjoy this more, or I'm not like fallen out of love with it completely. This is just me being honest in the fact that sometimes I can feel demotivated. It's the same in any job, completely understand that. I don't want to sound entitled as well. Like I'm very aware that like I'm really lucky to be able to have a job and to have like the support that I do get. Like I'm so grateful for it. I just want to, this is just where I'm at. This is just where I'm at with everything. But I'm excited to move. I think that is going to be like a new like grounding for me. Like I think moving will be the new start almost, because I think I'm just getting a bit like claustrophobic almost, and like stuck in like my ways, but also like my content and my place and just everything. So I think when I move, everything will hopefully fall into place and I'll be able to make content that I really want to make, and like that I feel like is good and entertaining and stuff. But then as I said, I also love making content like this. Like I just want to make other people happy as well. And I think the other aspect of it is with those comments, I'm getting a lot of comments at the moment that I find hard to deal with, in a sense of people being like, I know you're recovered from your eating disorder, but, or have you noticed that you didn't do this, or you should eat more of this, or blah blah blah. Basically being very annoying. Not annoying, but in a sense of being like questioning me in terms of like my recovery from my eating disorder that I spoke about a lot. And those comments almost impact me more because I feel like I can't win, because no matter what aspect I show of my life now, people are always never going to believe me, or people are always going to think I'm lying, or that I don't eat enough, or that whatever, that I'm never ever going to win. Even if I want so bad to help people that are in recovery, I want so bad to help people that are struggling with their mental health, because I also struggle with my mental health and I've struggled with an eating disorder before. I want to help them, but it's very hard to discuss that when people then use that against me in completely unrelated circumstances. Does that make sense? I don't even know if that makes sense. Sometimes I feel like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, but I feel like this attitude of this video is so negative, but please don't go away thinking that. I still very much enjoy this. I just want to restructure myself and like find my love for it. But as I said, I'm literally so obsessed with TikTok at the moment. I'm finding it such a fun and happy place. As you know, that I literally, if you follow me on Instagram, I literally just dance all the freaking time, and I feel like TikTok is just videos, so like I can just dance and like put montages of me dancing. Anyway, sorry this is so long. Anyway, we're gonna leave her out and we're gonna leave her in the freezer for an hour. We'll come back and I will show you what she's like when she's done, and I'm really excited about it. Sorry that was so, I feel like that was ranty, but it wasn't me. I'm just gonna stop talking. I need all full attention on my cheesecake. How do I get it out? Right. Like that? Oh god. I was just doing it. Wow. Fucking hell, guys. I'm glad it might have like, oh no, is it stuck? No. Can't bother to wait any longer, so I'm just gonna cut it directly from the pan. Here it is. I don't know how much, because my camera died, I don't know how much I got on film of me absolutely just messing it up. Okay, here we are, finishing off the video, trying off the cheesecake. Look at that. Focused? No, we are not. That was so good.
Apologies if this video has been a bit weird.
And I will see you next week for an actual video. Like and subscribe. You know the deal. We're probably just gonna go straight in for this now.